Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah. Who can turn the world on with her smile? Who can take a nothing day and suddenly make it all seem worthwhile? Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. With each glance and every little movement you show it. Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. You're gonna make it after all.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of The Jason Show right here at the heart of downtown Minneapolis on the new Mary Tyler Moore Corner, better known as the legendary Dayton's Project. I'm Jace, and please welcome my sidekick sister from another mister and Santa Bear's favorite person, Kendall Mark, everyone.
Me.
Hi.
Hi. Santa Bear's favorite person.
Favorite person?
Why not?
How great is this?
This is so cool. It's like a dream in the making. We're finally here.
We should acknowledge photographer Eric for again knocking it out of the park with that recreation of the iconic Mary Tyler Moore Show Open that was shot here in 1969. Once CBS greenlit the Mary Tyler Moore Show, they flew Mare and a crew to Minneapolis to get some shots of Mary, and that turned into the legendary Open, ending with that iconic shot of Mary flipping her hat up. And a little fun fact about that, there's the statue right there depicting that moment. A little fun fact about that moment, it wasn't originally going to be a freeze frame. It was literally going to be Mary throwing her hat up, and then it kind of falls. And the creator of the show, one of the executive producers, said, that's a little anticlimactic. And the guy that designed the Open, who also did Hawaii Five-0, said, no. We're not going to let the film go until it falls on the ground. We're going to freeze it, depicting the joy of a woman starting her life in a new city, and thus the oh, and look at this. This is footage from 2002 where I'm 13 years old. This is the debut. This is the unveiling of the Mary Tyler Moore statue, again in 2002 when Kendall was eating Gerbers. I was working for Channel 9 with unusually long hair, but this was such a fun morning. It was unseasonably cold that morning. And again, that's right outside of where we are today. That was the start of a new era for Nicollet Mall. Today marks a new era for this historic building here in downtown Minneapolis.
And it's so cool to be here, and all of you being here too.
Hi, everybody. Look at the audience behind us. We have a woman that came all the way from Alexandria, and where is she? Are you behind me? Right there. Look at her. She's right. She drove all the way from Alexandria. Hope we live up to your expectations. Yeah, we got to be really good. She drove a long ways.
If we're not, it's Jason's fault.
Perfect. Yeah. We have a great show coming up in just a little bit. If Kendall looks a little excited, it is because to my left is a Minnesota icon who got her start here. Lori Line will be joining us a little bit later, so Kendall's very excited.
I know.
But no matter where we are, no matter what we do, we always start the show with the hot dish. Leo, roll it. I don't have a spoon here at Dayton. I don't have a spoon.
We don't believe in them.
I'll just eat with my hands. First up, SNL was new over the weekend, and it featured the very first Asian Canadian host, which actually they made fun of in a skit, from Marvel's Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. Have you seen it?
No.
Have you seen that movie?
No, I need to. I'm
You
so
need to
bad
see it.
about
Executive
it.
producer Jeff said it was a lot of fun. Here he is during his monologue. A lot of good sketches. It was kind of a B- episode, but one of the funniest is where he plays a major at the Pentagon, and he unveiled the military's new secret weapon, Doghead Man. Look at this.
I'm actually Chinese Canadian. I should also mention that Doghead Man is trained in over 46 forms of hand-to-hand combat.
you, ma'am, but if I saw this coming at me on the battlefield, if I saw this thing coming at me on the battlefield, I would drop my weapon and run away.
Yeah, well, of course you would. Look at you. Look, I'm sorry, but I don't think the U.S. military can get behind this project.
How can you say that, ma'am? Look at him. That is the finest soldier this country has ever produced.
Good.
Really? Really, Major? You think that thing could handle...
He was great. He was good in this, and then there was a skit with Bo and Yang that was great, and they were trying to top each other as far as firsts. You know, first Asian at Costco, first Asian America in this, and they kept topping with medals and particular honors. That was good. Weekend Update was good. It was this season's
Decent?
about a B minus.
No, I haven't really been watching this season, if I'm being honest, other than watching for this show.
Yeah.
But it is good when they get people in that make people want to watch it. Like, oh, someone that looks like me. Go figure that works.
Jeff said again, I need to listen to Jeff. I'll never say that again publicly, but I need to listen to executive producer Jeff. I want to see this. I just haven't had a chance to see Shang-Chi yet. So he says good, and he's picky. Very picky. Next. It's like the early 2000s all over again, next in the dish. Christina and Britney Spears seem to be going at it. When I say Christina, you know I mean Christina Aguilera. Britney is calling Christina out for not sticking up for her more about her conservatorship. So see, the deal is Christina was asked about Britney at the Latin Grammys. And Christina really didn't say anything, didn't show any type of support. So Britney got on instant because Britney just doesn't care anymore.
Nope.
She's calling everybody out. She's calling her family out. She's calling her relatives out. She's calling Christina out, and said that Christina, as a contemporary and as another woman who knows what Britney was going through, should have and could have said more. I agree with her.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird position, right? Because if they haven't talked in years, the only thing she really could say would be, oh yeah, I've been watching it too. I'm happy she's free, but she could have said that.
She could have said something.
Right.
I mean, give a generic statement of I wish her the best, something that would have been non-controversial, just something that would have shown support with and not even kind of staking a claim on a position.
Right.
But how can you not? There is no bad position. You can just be for your friend to say what Britney's going through is wrong and she should be helped.
Because people are, of course, she should have known people were going to ask her about it.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been pitted against each other since the beginning of time. And now that they're getting older, it's like, we should all be kumbaya. It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
If the press would have asked the lady from Albert Lee, she would have supported her.
She would have said, be Britney.
Alexandria. Is she knitting? She's knitting during the show? Crocheting?
Don't
Can
mess
we just
up.
keep a camera on her and see how far and how far she gets throughout the hour? Let's just see. What are you making? A soup bowl holder. Okay.
I gotta get me one of those.
Wait a minute. Where's the Dayton's? There she is right there. A live look. There's a live look.
Checking in.
We'll check in a little bit to see how much progress she's made. And where's the Dayton's executives? You should sell her stuff in here.
I would buy a soup bowl
I would
holder.
buy a soup bowl holder.
You gotta use a full towel. It's like, oh, how do I hold this? This is
That
great.
is actually an ingenious idea. Only in Minnesota. Only in Minnesota. Okay, we'll check back in with you in a little bit.
Yeah.
Next, though, in the hot dish, a shocker on the Great British Bake Off. But before we say anything, I just heard some oohs. I know, believe me. Before we say, where is she? I know, you haven't watched it yet? No. Oh, but I don't care. This is a lady. She came up to me before the show starts and she said like this, she goes like this, she goes, oh, I see it's Casual Monday.
Mommy was shady.
But she did compliment me. She was, you look handsome and everything. I love her. She's sassy. But anyway, close your ears. Close your ears because I'm getting ready to talk about it. Okay, here we go. Roll it, Leo. It's a spoiler alert. Roll the spoiler alert. Okay, we thought he was going to go all the way on this season of the Great British Bake Off, but, well, look who went home. Take a look.
I'm afraid to say that the person who will not be making it into the final and who will be going home is... Jürgen.
No. Now he gets to have more time to eat the baby fingers. That's right. Jürgen is going home to his dungeon where he keeps his victims. There's Jürgen. Bye-bye, their fluffy eyebrows. You're out of here. It's now down to Giuseppe, Christelle, and Chiggs. And I got to tell you, Chiggs is peaking. He has benefited the most from Jürgen's fall because he is peaking. Chiggs is peaking just at the right time.
I can tell you really like this Jürgen guy.
Look, Jürgen is a really great baker. Now, do I think he eats baby fingers? Yes. But he's just a little creepy. But anyway, I want Chiggs to win it because I think that would be a shock. You can watch all the episodes on Netflix. Okay, ma'am, you can undo your ears now. There we go. Coming up in just a little bit, we are live from the Dayton's Project here in downtown Minneapolis. You're seeing floor 1 right now, but there is a whole lot more to this historic landmark coming up. I'm going to give you a tour through level 1. Secrets you never knew no matter how many times you've shopped here. Plus, then Kendall's going upstairs to show you spots not open to the public. That's right. And right there, her career started right here at Dayton's. Lori Line returns to her piano and she joins us live as The Jason Show, live from the Dayton's Project, continues right after this. And welcome back, everybody, to a special live edition of The Jason Show in the heart of downtown Minneapolis. We're calling it the new living room of downtown Minneapolis, the Dayton's Project. Let's check in before we do anything. Oh, look at this. Oh, we have some great memories we asked you before we do anything. We posted this on our Facebook page. We weren't sure what the reception was going to be. You all loaded our Facebook page with memories, and the first one comes from Renee. And Renee writes, memories of my mom, dad, and I at Dayton's for window shopping and lunch in the River Room. The waiter and waitresses always made us feel special. They treated you the same whether you had $5 or $50,000. Renee, thank you for that. Another memory from our Facebook page, Courtney. Every year we go to the 8th floor Christmas exhibits. I have programs for all of them in my baby book. After the exhibit, we'd get a gingerbread man or a frosted cookie. And Lynn, hi Lynn, shared this picture, let's look at this, saying she always went to Dayton's for high school formal wear. Pictured here is her 1971 prom dress, purchased at Dayton's for $40. $40. Now that would go, Now that would go for about $400. Okay, let's check in. Can we go to Judith? Let's check in on our soup holder. Let's see how much progress here. Judith is about 3/4 of the way through the soup holder. We'll be checking in with her in just a little bit. If she gets done with the soup holder, by the time the show's done, everybody's getting a car. Paid for by our new president, Marion Mim Davy Kessler. That's right. Here's the deal. I was lucky enough last week to get a tour of the Dayton's Project. As a guy that lives in downtown Minneapolis, I'm bullish. I have civic pride. I want to see Minneapolis flourish, and I really believe that this will be the crown jewel of our city. So my buddy Don gave me a tour, maybe showing you some spots you didn't even know existed. Here's the mayor here's Don to the left and Mayor Jacob Fry at the grand opening on Thursday. Right before that, I got a little tour, so take a look at that. I have to say, it feels really good to be here. It feels really good to say that I'm inside the Dayton's Project after all these years. It's unbelievable. To give us a little tour of the public areas of the Dayton's Project, this is my buddy Don. We're gonna divide it into places that y'all can go, and then Kendall's gonna show folks the tenant sphere. Let's start with this behind me, Don, if we can. This light right now looks unique, but there's something even more unique about it.
People who have been to in the building before don't remember these holes.
Yeah.
And we created that, and we filled it with a D. the classic Dayton's D. If you stand in a special location, it looks just like the D. And we were skeptical while it was getting put together, and then when we finally got the artist's vision, it was like, now we understand.
This entryway gets me excited. Tell the folks where we are now.
All right, well, this is the J.B. Hudson Jewelry Store original location. When we first started working here, all of these finishes were covered over with red paint, red carpet. We really didn't know what we had until we started unveiling these old finishes.
I mean, this was underneath, like,
red paint,
drywall and paint.
Yep. I can let you have a quick look. But this is one of the things that we didn't know was here. All this art glass and this. And this was hidden.
That was hidden?
Oh yeah, it was all painted over. It was all just painted over with white paint. It was one of those things we just didn't know we had until we uncovered it.
It's beautiful.
This building had so many of those hidden little opportunities
Yes.
all over.
I like I like that. Little opportunities. Speaking of opportunities, am I gonna get a little peek at something?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
You can't come with. I'm sorry, you can't come with. Come with.
So this is the back side of the display that's going to be unveiled tomorrow.
Okay, you get a little, well, by the time this airs, you've already seen it, but look what we can see right now. I get the back. Eric, take a shot. I get the back. Okay, that's it, Eric. We can't legally show anything else.
Good.
Oh, God, this is so great.
It's a lot of glitter.
Well, you can never have too much glitter, Kent.
Yeah, well, it's with me now till the new year, I think.
You'll be washing it off till St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. You can't see the display right now, but you can see Kent. He has glitter. I mean, he's a walking display right now, yes.
We built this whole space out, not knowing what we were going to do. At some point in time during the pandemic, we said, enough already. We're going to start something here. And we're going to bring in these shops, and we're tired of waiting.
Yeah.
Originally, we thought of this as a maker's market, a place where vendors can come in and for a small amount of capital, have presence on Nicollet Mall. We want to have a reason for people to get out of their living rooms and come back downtown, invite their friends and come back. And that's the key. Come here, be curious, bring your friends, come back.
Okay, so talk to me. Okay. This is what happens when it comes to a shoot. You're in my shot, Kendall. Anyway, let's talk about the future.
Our vision at this point is have these shops grow and sees that there's people here and give them the courage to start leasing space. That's our idea of let's get people downtown.
Let's just do it. Let's just do it. And like I said, Kendall's going to give us a tour of all the non-public stuff. Well, if she's not too busy interrupting my story. So much fun. And here's the guy in person, Don Kohlenberger from Hightower Initiatives. Hello, my friend.
Hi, how you doing?
I like the name Initiative. This was quite an undertaking. And my first question is, as a Minnesotan now for 25 years, I said this behind y'all's back. I was really impressed from the name to the desire to keep the logo. Was it always your intention, the group's intention, to keep Minnesota in this building?
Absolutely, absolutely. We not only, the ownership not only bought the building, but they bought the whole heritage, what this building means to the fabric of Minnesota, right from the very beginning.
There wasn't any, because it would have been very easy for some, no offense to companies outside of Minnesota, but it would have been very easy for you guys to come in and say, okay, we're going to gut it, we're going to put in a dog park. I don't know. But there was no hesitation on keeping the legacy.
No, that seemed to be something essential. I think folks that are from Minnesota that had the ear of the ownership, and the ownership came from Manhattan, and so they learned about what was Dayton's all about. They recognize that there's a heart value to the Dayton's name as well as the building. And when you start carving the building apart and seeing all of the chandeliers, the architectural elements on it, it's like, well, there's just real goodness and value there.
You saw in the piece, everyone, and the folks behind me will get to see it, all of the uncovered hidden jewels. And in that you saw this, I've been talking about this since Don showed me last week. the JB Hudson space that for years, Macy's used it as the Christmas decoration booth. That was all painted red, and then that guy came in with some sort of concoction and unveiled that beautiful wall. And you said there was an audible gasp among you guys.
Yeah, we knew that there was something underneath this thick red paint. And no, this person had a product, and when they peeled it off, it was so much better than we could have hoped for. And it was a beautiful result, and everybody just stopped and realized, this is something special. Tradespeople who would stop me during the course of the construction would say, hey, I just want to say thanks for doing this. My mom worked here, my uncle worked here, I worked here, and so many people have family heritage in this piece of property, and that fed into, I think, the passion that every tradesperson had, and every architect and every accountant. They all had something to do with the heritage of this building, and it comes through, I think, in the quality.
Yeah. I stole a line from you at the beginning of the broadcast, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I love that you guys refer to this. You want the Dayton's project to be the living room, the new living room of downtown Minneapolis. Did I get your quote right? Because I love that.
Oh, that's okay. Close.
Correct me, Don. What did I? Fine. Was it the living room? What? Yeah.
No, it's the heart of Minneapolis. I mean, it's where people come to feel comfortable, to touch on to what is what's happening in Minnesota. Somebody referred to this as the nexus of culture, and that's what we aspire to recreate and have people feel comfortable coming here. And so far, the amount of people that have showed up after opening.
You said Saturday was
far over what we had anticipated. We knew that there was going to be a lot of people on opening day, and
which was Thursday.
Yeah. And Saturday exceeded that. And so for a weekend in downtown, we haven't seen that since, when Dayton's was around back then.
As a resident, it makes me unbelievably happy because I think there's so many good things. I want these merchants to do well. If I want the city to do well. Let's talk about something fun. We were talking about hidden jewels. There's beautiful art glass that you guys saw in that package. But there's also a monkey that made news around the country. Tell the folks about this monkey.
Well, when we were taking everything apart and tearing out all of the finishes, our tradespeople were taking ductwork out. And the poor guy, he was taking a piece of ductwork down, and out fell this dead, mummified monkey. Didn't know what it was.
Dead mummified monkey is something you never thought you would hear on this show ever. But yes, yeah.
Dust and things like that, sure. But here's this monkey. So he posted it on Facebook, immediately went viral, and then the next thing you know, people are wondering, well, how did it get here? How did it get here? And there was a pet shop years and years ago, and one had gotten away, chasing it around, trying to find where it was at, and pretty soon nobody knew where it was at. And we found where it was at. We still have that monkey, by the way. Oh, it's a
Try to make a case for that, Judith. Yes. Judith, you got enough crochet to make a monkey cover? Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. We have 30 seconds left. I want to give you the last word. You said something to me right before we went on the air that really touched my heart. You said you've spent hours and countless hours walking these halls when you're the only footsteps making noise. What's it like to see this behind you?
It's a real lump in the throat. It's a real lump in the throat. We finished this project for all intents and purposes, back a year and a half ago, and since then, the pandemic and things that were happening, everyone kind of stood back for a while to see what would happen. And in the meantime, we're just walking the halls. And now, with all of these people that are showing up, and I'm seeing posts on social media saying, hey, my wife and I have a date night that we're coming back to Dayton's. It's like, that's what, you couldn't ask for for something better.
Well, we got to tell you, I don't want to I say I represent everyone, but I will say this. On behalf of the good people of Minnesota, thank you for taking care of this icon, and we look forward to what this is going to be. This is just the beginning, so thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
When we come back, from an iconic building to an iconic star, she got her start right here at Dayton's. The great Lori Line will join us when we come back. Back in a moment, everyone, live from the Dayton Project in downtown Minneapolis. And welcome back, everyone, to a special edition of The Jason Show. We are live in the heart of downtown Minneapolis at the just opened Dayton's Project. That's really fun to say, actually. I like to hear that. As I said a few minutes ago, we're in an iconic building, and we're getting ready to talk to an iconic performer. She is a piece of the fabric of this state, especially for the holidays. And she started right here, almost like about 12 feet from where I'm standing. It's the great Lori Line. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Jason.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for having me today.
No. It's our pleasure. I love it because you're part of the fabric of the community. Simply, what does it feel like for you to be back here in this building?
It's a trip down memory lane. It's 30 years since I've been here. I played 1988 through 1992 or 1993 for Dayton's, and I specifically played on Monday afternoons for this particular store, downtown Minneapolis. I played for Dayton, Southdale, Rosedale, but Minneapolis. So isn't it funny that I'm here on a Monday over the lunch hours? So it's totally a trip down memory lane.
Do you mind if I ask, how do you get a job like that? Like I see, like Von Maur has piano players and stores in New York and the great Macy's. How do you get that job?
Well, we saw a player, and it was on a Sunday afternoon. Tim, my husband, and I walked by him, and then Tim said to me, "You should get that job, Lori, because you'd get to do the two things you love to do the most under one roof, shop and play the piano." So I auditioned, and I got the job. I was one of 17 pianists for Dayton's back in the day. And it was probably the highlight of my life because it was simple. I got to meet everybody. Everybody came from all over the country. And so many people say, I first saw you play the piano at Dayton's.
Well, going off of what your husband said, then let me ask you, how much of your Dayton's paycheck went back to Dayton's?
I know that.
Lori's husband is screaming all of it from back there.
I actually owed money when I left.
I knew it.
I did. I loved going to the Oval Room and shopping. It was a beautiful place. I spent a lot of money, but I also sold a lot of CDs. And Dayton's, I think we sold 1 million CDs when I was working here. So, yeah, it was a good partnership. I spent what I made, and it was lovely.
Well, speaking of CDs, tell the folks you have a brand new CD out, and I love saying CD. I like the tactile. I want to own it. So
it's probably my 60th CD. I've done so many. I've done 2 a year for 30 years, and it's Christmas. It's a contemporary Christmas album. I've never done a contemporary Christmas album, so it's Amy Grant, Casting Crowns, Mercy Me, let's see, Lauren Daigle, artists like that. And I didn't know anything on that album. I had to learn it myself, but I'll tell you, it's a hip and cool album.
I was going to say, okay, I know like when Christmas movies are shot in July, is it weird singing Santa Claus is Coming to Town like in June?
Yes, but not really because I've done it for so long. I start thinking Christmas when the tulips come up. I think, what am I going to do this year? 4th of July, I'm in the middle of Christmas, and I have to be finished with my project by the time the mums are planted outside. So
I love that that's how you look at it. Yes. The mums are done, we got to start. And you have a Christmas show as well.
I have 29 Christmas shows. I leave on a tour bus on Friday. Come and see me. I'm all over the Midwest. I go as far as Indianapolis and as far as Denver, and all the way up to Bismarck, North Dakota, and Jamestown, North Dakota. So it's my 32nd year of touring, and I took. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, yeah, I'm still going.
I'm looking at and Doug, can we get a shot? Let's walk over here, Lori, because what is this? I know it's kind of a different version of my first question to you, but what is it? It must just be a flood of emotion to play this piano basically almost in the exact spot that you did several decades ago. What's that like?
I actually like it because pretty casual. You get to talk to people. Well, I learned how to talk and play the piano at the same time when I played at Dayton's. And I heard everybody's wonderful story. People would share so much with me. Women would come up and they'd put their purse on the piano and say, tell me a really sentimental story. And then the women would go shopping and the husbands would stay around and watch me play the piano, which was so great. So I have so many, wonderful experiences playing the piano at Dayton.
And you're going to be here, so you're here today for a couple hours, right? Are you?
I'm here 11 to 2.
11 to 2. Yes. And then I'm sure you'll be back if they,
when
this...
I'm home, I have to get, I'm out, and then that will be after New Year's. But I think that they're going to try to keep a piano and keep the tradition going all through January and see how it goes. So wouldn't that be wonderful if we had pianists back again in town?
It will go well because we all want that. And last question, how did you go... Did like a talent scout come up to you? In a short version, how do you go from this to you being Lori? I mean, how does that happen?
All my friends in the Midwest walked up to me and said, I really love your playing. You should make a CD. And I said, let me take your name. And I wrote it down. And after I had 500 names, I made a CD. I presented it to Dayton's. They bought it from me. And I became a vendor and a pianist at the same time. And a million CDs later, I was off and touring. And I just took it upon myself. I've never had a talent scout. I've never had a label. I've always been an independent artist. And I think at this point, I'll probably remain.
I love it. If there's not a door for you, you make a door. Yes, and I love that.
And so many people said, oh, it's impossible, you can't do it. So when people tell you no, you're talking to the wrong person. Keep
That's
going.
Right. Well, I'm talking to the right person. Lori Line, everybody. Don't forget, you can see, let me give you the information. The tour starts Friday, LoriLine.com, and go pick up her new Christmas album as well. We're not done yet. I showed you what the public can see. Kendall's going upstairs to show you what only special people can see. But you're going to be special today because we're giving you a tour when we come back. Back in a moment.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, sweet. Thank you. And welcome back, everyone, to a special edition of The Jason Show. We are live at the iconic Dayton's Project in the heart of downtown Minneapolis. If you hear that beautiful music in the background, that's Lori Line playing for us. We asked you earlier in the week to share your memories of the Dayton's Project, and we got such a great response. Susan writes to us, the 8th floor Christmas display was so much fun as a kid. Santa bears and just being in Dayton's any time of the year was a good time. There's no better department store anywhere. Thank you. Ann writes, hi Ann, I miss and loved the popovers at the Oak Grill. Also, Sky Room had the best salad bar. And a sweet, sweet message from Kathy. Hi, Kathy. I would go with my boyfriend, now husband, his mom, grandma, and little sister to see the windows and have lunch in the revolving restaurant. My boyfriend bought a gold heart charm, and it had it engraved with the first date we went and gave it to me for Christmas. I told him on our first date I was going to marry him. We were married 53 years before he passed away in 2016. Love you, Kathy. Thank you for sharing that story. We're back here in front of the grand staircase, and here's my grand friend, Kendall Mark.
Hi.
I love this. Kendall.
Yes.
There seems to be some creepers behind us. Do we know them? Look, it's Kendall's parents.
They belong
everyone.
to me.
There we go.
Or I belong to them.
You belong to them, yeah. It's the judge. I'm very worried.
I know.
It's the judge. Anyway, and again, how great is Lori playing the piano?
Okay, I can hardly walk in stilettos, and she's like...
She's playing, and I don't even... We have to introduce a story. I just want to hear her play Adele, for heaven's sake. Anyway.
So good.
Okay, so this is the main level.
Yes.
But you got a tour of things people don't see.
Right, so you can go to level 1 and level 2 to shop and explore, but above that is where tenants go. Average people like us can't go up there, so we were like, hey, can we get in? Check it out. Okay, you know when you go somewhere and you're like, here's the state line, and it's really corny? I'm gonna do that. Here in the light is where all of us normal minions can come and hang out at Dayton's Project. Here in the dark is for tenants only. These elevators are so cool. They're like the original elevators. And then when you get in, I don't think they're there. Wait, where are the buttons? Eric, where are the buttons? Eric! Come off the elevators, and I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen? And we're in a gym? What is happening here?
It's a 10,000 square foot fitness center available only to tenants of the Dayton's Project. Fully equipped with locker rooms with showers and razors and hair dryers and everything that you could need to get ready for your day if you wanted to come work out. Maybe, I don't know, have a little boxing match if you need to work something out with your coworkers.
What? This is incredible. Why make this part of the space? I mean, this seems like extra cherry on top type of a thing.
It is extra. I mean, that's what the Dayton's project is all about. It is extra. It is top of the line amenities for office employees, welcoming them back to the office. There's Peloton bikes, there's every piece of fitness equipment that you could want, really just to support whatever kind of workout you want to do throughout the day.
We bet a Lincoln on this. Thinks I can't palm a horse, but watch. Okay, it's the jeans. Whatever, take your money.
We are on the 6th floor, and we are standing in what is one of 140,000 square feet of office space that we have pre-built, move-in ready for companies who are coming back to the office and want someplace cool to come back to.
Yeah, I would say cool considering we couldn't even figure out how to use an elevator, but you don't need to know all those gory details. Is this gonna be just one office, or is this kind of like a co-working space that somebody just, hey, I'm a lone company?
This is one office for one company. We have different size offices for anywhere from 20 people to 200 people. But with hybrid work and just depending on how companies are working today, that 200-person office that's 30,000 square feet on this floor could accommodate 2,000 employees.
What did all this used to be? I just can't even imagine what it was before it was office space.
It might have been furniture at
Okay,
Dayton's.
back
It might
in
have been
the
the
day.
furniture floor, right?
Right.
But then by the time, in the past 20 years, it was used as office space, but it was kind of creepy office space. Like it was just all 6-foot high cubes, or like, just fluorescent lights. It was a little
Total 80s office.
Slightly different.
You said that there's something really cool for tenants only on the 7th floor.
Yes.
This is like the party space. This is really cool. It's just for tenants though, right?
It is, yes. Just for tenants of the Dayton's project to be able to come in here and use this space during the day as they wish.
Fun, cool. You can hang out here any time of the day, but can I rent it?
For $10,000, yes.
That's in the budget, right? Okay, maybe not, but I'm gonna show you guys what's really cool. It's right outside. And honestly, could you get any more beautiful than right here? This is the rooftop that all these folks have access to. And this is my favorite part. They found this signage. It's original masonry work with the original Dayton's logo. Hello, Minneapolis. It was so cool. It was so
Beautiful.
cool. Yeah, just an extension of the beauty down here.
Let's just get an office just to be up there. Can we? No, we can't. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the one and only Stephanie Hansen will talk about the fabulous merchants you'll find at the Dayton's Project when we come back. Back in a moment. And welcome back, everyone, to a special edition of The Jason Show. We are live at the iconic Dayton's Project in the heart of downtown Minneapolis. Well, as you can see, the first level retail is all full of great merchants. And this is just the beginning. Here to talk about that is our dear friend, Stephanie Hansen.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, I want to just ask, before we get into stuff, as just talking about the emotion of it, you're a Minnesotan. And I mean this, not being, what does this mean to you?
It's everything. First of all, this was like the heart of the holidays. This was the heart of downtown. I worked at the restaurant, not the one here, but the one in Southdale.
Yeah.
And the Frango mints would come out, and the Santa bears. My mom was an Estee Lauder esthetician at the makeup counter. We came here for everything. And they could have made it into condos, but they didn't. They invited local makers back because the heart of any business community is the people that work in it. It's the makers, it's the people in the offices, it's the restaurants. So I'm really honored to be here, and I hope that it's the start of bringing Minneapolis and downtown back and bringing people back.
Cheers to that,
Yeah,
sister.
absolutely.
Okay, we're going to spotlight some things because you do, if people know Stephanie as, the tomato lady in Seattle, but people also know her as our foodie queen. But Stephanie also hosts a fantastic podcast, Minnesota Makers.
Yep, Makers
I'm so
in
proud of
Minnesota.
you. It's a great podcast. So
Thanks.
talk to us about the makers we have behind us.
Okay, so my friend Mitch Bethune, she is a curator of maker products, and she's put together a great market. One of the things that I saw going like hotcakes is any of the Dayton's branded merchandise. It is from a company called Shop in the City. It's a family-owned business. They have 2 locations, one in Edina and one in Stillwater. And I don't quite know how they got to use the Dayton's logo, but they've got sweatshirts and shirts and bags.
Mugs.
Yeah, mugs. It's super fantastic. I mean, just this.
Alone.
Like, I just want to wear this on my chest so proudly.
Okay, let's not do that.
Come
Let's not do
on.
that. Can we get some Dayton's bras? Let's do that, yes. But no, they were saying, Don was telling me, Saturday, they were running
Yes.
out. I mean, it's like the hot thing.
That, and I'm surprised, like Allie Kaplan's dad from Shop Girls, she's our friend from the radio station. Her dad, Joel Kaplan, is here, and he paints these beautiful, iconic scenes of Minneapolis. And he's sold a ton of paintings, too. People are here, they're ready to buy.
They're ready to support.
Local, because there isn't a shortage from the local standpoint,
No.
right? You're not going to run out or order something and it's not going to arrive. You can take it home, your wrapping paper from Gifty Wrap. This is a local lady, and it is supporting the local designer movement. I don't know if you can tell, but they've got all these different designs of custom wrapping paper. And you know what they have? They have a lot of wrapping paper for diverse folks. So there's Empowering Girls, there's Black Santa. That's kind of hard to find.
It's really hard to find.
And it's
I love that.
representation of people that look like you.
I love it. I love it. What else do you have?
Okay, this
I'll hold
is-
your Dayton's bra.
This is, I just love Minnesota Awesome. I've had them at a couple of events. They have a just great selection of Minnesota-made things. One of my favorites is a sweatshirt that says "Hey Babe" on it with Babe the Big Blue Ox. I got that for my daughter last year. Yes.
Of course you did.
I did. And then this Rocky Robinson is a new maker for me, and she's here to empower people, and specifically people of color. And she's got this coloring book, and inside the back are daily affirmations for kids to hang up on their mirror. She was going through her whole story with me, and she's got body lotions and gels, and it's just really, when you see someone that looks like you in a store like this,
It matters.
It does matter,
It matters.
and so it makes me super happy.
We have to go, but thank you.
Yes,
I
and
know.
come and shop. There's
Yes.
35 makers. There's a Native American area where I got a super cute jean jacket, and there's beaded earrings.
It's just the beginning, too.
It is.
It is. Stephanie Hansen, everybody. More from Dayton's when we return. Back after this, everyone. Stay with us. It's great. Welcome back, everybody. We are live from the Dayton's Project in downtown Minneapolis. Hey, I have a fun prize to tell you guys about. We do this every year. It's your chance to win a great prize pack from our friends at the Mall of America. Take a look at this. We're giving away 9 Mall of America holiday gift bags all this week. You can enter to win on the Jason Show Facebook page. Gifts include a Lululemon belt bag, $50 Mall of America gift card, and 2 Nickelodeon Universe passes. Each one is worth $180. We're going to wrap things up when we come back after this. And welcome back, everyone. Live in downtown Minneapolis at the historic Dayton's Project. Come on down and support local business. We asked you last week to give us your memories of Dayton's. Chris writes, in the mid-'60s, Mom and I would take the bus downtown to shop. Dayton's main floor had paid toilets that cost a dime in the women's restroom, so my mom had me crawl under and unlock the stall door so we wouldn't have to pay. Best comment, I love it. Kendall's back with me. In our remaining minute, we were keeping track of a very special guest behind us, Judith, who was knitting while the show was going on, a Soup Bowl cover, and I'm proud to say it's done, everybody. She did it. So, Kendall, we have a little surprise for Judith. Kendall's going to deliver a Dayton's gift bag from our friends at the Dayton's Project. So, Judith, there we go. There we go. And like I said, also, our new general manager at Fox 9, Marion Mim Davy Kessler, she's also going to give her car. So it's fantastic. Yes. Judith, you get our boss's car, Judith. And Mim has a beautiful car, so it's going to be great. She can afford to get another one. It's fantastic. Judith, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. Love you. And thanks to this great crowd for coming out. It's so good to be right in front of folks.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. And thanks to our new family here at the Dayton Project. Thanks to Lori Line and Stephanie Hansen. That's going to do it for us. If you're watching and you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you back here live tomorrow. We're done.